Yeah, I drove down to the Casita factory yesterday, and only one person there, and it happened to be Tyler. I did not interview him on video. We've done that. Soon I'll go down there and see if I can get another salesperson to interview. But there needs to be a point to it. I don't want to do it just to do it. I had a reason for driving down there, and it's my heat strip. That thing's never. I did a video on it probably last February, where I explained why I don't like it, and I didn't know if something was wrong with it. And I've now confirmed there's definitely something wrong with either the heating element or the thermostat. Because I did an experiment yesterday. It was 41 degrees in here at about 9:30. I just turned the heat strip on and went back in the house. About, what was it, 30 minutes later, it had gone up to 55. And I thought, well, okay, let's see. At the time, it was blowing warm air. So I went back in. I waited another 20 minutes. Came back out. It was at 58, but it was blowing cold. So I just left it on. I waited. It was 2.5 hours from 9:30 when I started, or 2 hours and 10 minutes maybe, whatever. It only got up to 61, and I think that was more to do with the clear sky and the sun radiating down on the camper. Because it was blowing cold. I finally turned it off. This morning I did another experiment with my little Salil electric floor heater. Came out here 41 degrees again. I turned it on high. After about an hour, it was up to 69. A nice warm 69. And so I turned it down to medium after that and let it run a while longer. And now it's turned off because I don't need it. I don't know what the temperature is outside. Probably 48, I'm going to guess. But sunny. Anyway, so, at that point I knew. And I went down to Casita just hoping to pose one question to somebody there. And I did. And luckily it was Tyler because he's worked in the service department and all that. He was not able to troubleshoot my heating strip, and I didn't expect him to. I just wanted to ask him two questions. Question number one: when I turn, and this was my ignorance, when I don't have a gas furnace, but even still, the thermostats, you toggle down through the settings and you go through the fan, the AC, and all that, and then there's two more. One says heating electric, that's me. Or if I had a furnace, I would choose the next one, heating gas. And when I turn mine on, every time it says heating electric. Then after about 5 or 10 seconds, once it's on, the display changes and it says gas electric. And I asked him if that was normal because I didn't know if maybe my thermostat was faulty and it was telling me that, thinking it was gas. But he said, no, that's normal. In the ones without a furnace, it's going to say gas and electric. So that's a normal thing, nothing unusual. Second question, what can I do about it? What would you do? I'm thinking that it's going to be a Casita service department issue. I'm out of warranty, but I'm going to have to pay for it one way or the other, which is okay. And he said, no, we won't have anything to do with it. You won't be bringing it here. And it'll be between you and Coleman. Well, we talked about that, and he said, why don't you do a Google search and find Coleman service techs within your area, and pick one and go from there, because even though it's over a year old, the Coleman warranty is still in effect. initially I said, okay, sounds good. And I talked to him about 30 minutes, which is, there's another story behind that, but I won't get into it today. He, um, I brought up the killer, I think, on that deal. If any of you watch my early videos, I did a couple on when I installed my soft start unit inside my Coleman Mach 8 air conditioner. I did that, and I'm pretty sure any kind of thing that's wrong with that whole unit, even though it's the AC side, or if anything not wrong but been modified, and I have modified mine with that kit, then they're going to say you're out of warranty. Which is, yeah, I could accept that even. So what's my next choice? It's either I try to fix it or I call an RV mobile tech, because I am not hauling this into anywhere, not in there, including Coleman. And I'm going to try to fix it first. I'll let you know what the outcome is. I'm not an electrician by any means. I don't have I'm not trained in it. I don't have the intuition of an electrician. So I can only suspect that it's either the thermostat or the heating element, and I'm going to guess, and that's all it is. It's the heating element, because it seems like it does get hot. It can. Up to about, I don't know, 60 or something. And then it just blows cold. And the heat doesn't kick back in. So I have felt it blow hot. It clearly hot temperature coming out of there. Felt good. It doesn't always get hot, but when it does, it doesn't last very long. And this situation for me is almost impossible to troubleshoot except on cold days. So that's how I've let it drag on so long. We're in Texas. There are a lot of mild days. And when it's freezing in here, I also work in here, and I don't want to mess with, troubleshooting. So I did it yesterday on a Saturday. And either today or over the next few days, I took it apart partially, but that was just one vent cover, just to see what I would be dealing with. And I watched some videos, but none of my exact unit, but I've gotten far enough to see part numbers and stuff. My hope is that when I get in there, I'll find a wire to that heating element that's crimped, or the plug-in is loose, something like that. I don't know what the chances of that are. It can get hot, but it doesn't stay hot very long. That tells me, in my layman's thinking, that it would either be that or the thermostat, maybe. I don't know. That thermostat works properly in every other regard, so I don't know how likely it is to be that. So Tyler was useful once again. I got the answer to my first question about whether the thermostat was setting right. And the second question, he helped me determine, which was I'm probably on my own, or I'm paying Coleman or an RV tech. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to pursue it. I'm going to take it apart. This is all on the inside of the unit as far as I know. If it gets to be an outside on the roof thing, I've done that before. I had to put the soft start in, but I'll probably kill it at that point and say, all right, I got to call that tech. I don't think that's going to happen, though. It appears to be all within the unit. And I don't even think you can access it from the roof, the heating element. So that's where it sits, and I will report back once progress is made or what I want to do, because these things happen. It's my fault for not checking it out after I bought the trailer. That I picked it up in April of 21. So yeah, and there just weren't circumstances where I could really check it out. So I'm facing it now. My floor heater still works great, but that was at 41 degrees. I don't I don't want to be relying on that solely. And have some other heat sources. If you watch that video from about a year ago, you know that. But here we go. We'll see what happens. This is Tommy Rants RV. Anybody got any ideas on this? Any kind of inkling? Please comment. You might say the one thing that'll help me do this. Suggestions I'm open to. Thanks a lot. See you soon. And have a nice day.